What is up, YouTube? Ruben here. Today I'm going to show you guys the Lenovo ThinkCentre M53. I got this thing at the garage sale for $5, which is a good deal. Normally you will find these for at least $40 to $50 or up to $60 refurbished. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Now these are one of these micro towers, and yes, this is a micro tower. If you notice, there is no optical drive. Now they can't even fit an optical drive in here, so yep, that is definitely a mini PC. But it's actually a micro tower, of course, back then, before they switched it to mini PCs. So let's go ahead and get started. So on the front, we only got the power button, 4 indicators. This is power, hard drive, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. Right here we got one USB 2.0 port, microphone and headphone jacks. And here we got one USB 3.0 port. This is a power USB port. So basically you can actually charge your device when the computer is off or is in standby mode. So this is a cool feature. And right here got the vent for the speaker. And right here you got the ThinkCentre logo. On the left we only got the Lenovo logo with the Intel and Energy Star stickers. Yes, that is a Pentium. And right here, there is something interesting that you'll see in many Lenovo desktops and any micro desktop. Right here we got the funny looking DC in jack to what Lenovo uses. This is using a 20 volt connector that is shaped like a USB port, but with a rectangular, I don't know what you call it, but just a rectangular pin on it. Right here we got the display port, which supports audio. No HDMI on this one, but that is because this is a business desktop. And right here we got 3 USB 2.0 ports, one of them being used for a Lenovo keyboard. This is a cool feature. If you have the keyboard and you don't want to turn on the computer with the power button, you can actually do that by hitting the function, I don't know what the other hotkey is, but you can turn on the computer with the keyboard. And right here we got the Kensington lock. No screw, of course. There's supposed to be a screw in there, but there's no screw. So I can go ahead and open this up easily. Right here we got VGA, Ethernet, and right here we got the antenna slot and the connector right there with the original Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna. So it can actually make very fast file transfers via Bluetooth, or it can just search the web without using an Ethernet port, because there is built-in Wi-Fi right here. On the right, you see the Windows 8.1 sticker. Yes, these are one of these computers before they changed the entire logo to the current logo that you see on more modern Lenovo desktops and laptops. And right here you got some of the copyright dates and also the manufacturing date. You can see this is made in 2014. Well, it says 1511 right here. Again, it's the ThinkCentre M53, and here's all the stuff if you want to read it. So let's go ahead and open it up. Now the way to open this up is by sliding it. I'll show you. Now you have to push this side right here, and then you lift it up, and that is gonna get you inside the computer. So here's the hard drive. This is a SATA-III drive, and yes, these are one of these computers to have SATA-III, so it can actually install an SSD. I am very concerned if there is an MSATA slot or MSATA slot, whatever you want to pronounce it. And right here we got the SODIMM slot with that 4 gig stick. Here's our heatsink for that North Bridge chipset. And yes, this is a Bay Trail processor right here. This is the heatsink. Under that heatsink is that Intel Pentium. Now, if you're gonna try to upgrade these Pentiums, it will not let you upgrade any processor that is built in. These are soldered processors. And yes, if you don't know what the J series Pentiums are, these are soldered Intel Pentium processors. So that's the best thing, that you can't even upgrade the processor, but you could upgrade the hard drive and RAM. So yeah. Now let's get to the specs. So let me go and turn off the light. So this one has a 2.41 gigahertz Intel Pentium J2900. This is one of these soldered Pentium processors. So if you have a J series Pentium, you can't upgrade these. You have to go ahead and just buy another computer, or simply use a computer that is around that time. This one has 4 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, and I believe it's running at, it's either 1333 or, I think it's either 1333 or 1600. I know this is a 2014 system, so I doubt this is going to be 1600 megahertz, or maybe 1066, so yeah. But I would doubt this is 1600 megahertz. And this one has a 500 gig hard drive. This is a SATA-III hard drive, so you can actually, again, upgrade to an SSD. May plan on doing so, because that will be able to support SSDs. And it's running Windows 7 Professional Service Pack 1 64-bit. Now, the reason why it's running Windows 7 is because of the Windows 8.1 downgrade rights. Because that's supposed to have Windows 8.1 Pro. And there is no license in this thing, so you're going to have to go ahead and just see what you can do with that computer. But go, of course, without the license for Windows 8.1 Pro, which is what this computer should have. Windows 8.1 Pro 64-bit. Now let's go ahead and set up the computer with the monitor, and also the power cables. And yes, I do have a power cable for this thing. So let me go ahead and pause this video, so I'll be back. Alright, so I got the computer set up. So let's go ahead and turn it on. I'm going to hit F1 to get to the BIOS. And yes, you can actually use your mouse to actually go through the BIOS. So let's go ahead and get a system summary. So as you can see, it is an Intel Pentium J2900 running at 2.41 gigahertz. This is a quad-core CPU, 4 gigabytes of RAM. It's running at 1333 megahertz, and it's running a 500 gig Seagate hard drive. This is a laptop thin hard drive from Seagate. So you never even seen this BIOS before, so let's not go through any of these. Let's go through a couple of these and then go ahead and boot into Windows. And yes, this one supports secure boot, but you're not gonna use that because this will prevent any other OS other than Windows 8.1 to not boot. You need to load Windows 8.1 if you're gonna use secure boot. But we're not gonna do that. And the primary boot sequence is set to USB floppy drive. We want to, okay, let's leave it that way. Alright, let's go ahead and exit. Yes. Let's go into Windows 7. And you can see we got the computer running. Let's go into Windows 7. Yeah, it's running Windows 7 Professional 64-bit. As you can see, all indicators are on. And here are the indicators. Probably never going to see them without the focus. There we go. I'm not going to bore you guys through the startup, so there we go. As you can see, this is the desktop. So it's installing drivers for the keyboard. Alright. Go ahead and right click computer and hit properties. And as you can see, it's running Windows 7 Professional, Service Pack 1, 64-bit OS. Windows is activated, of course. Let's go to the Windows Experience Index. So we got a 6.8 for processor, 5.9 for RAM, 4.1 for graphics, 5.7 for gaming, and 5.9 for the hard drive. And yeah, you hear the alarm again. It's now 7 a.m. So you need to go ahead and hurry up if I'm gonna finish this. So yeah, you hear the alarm. And you go ahead and just turn that off, so I'll be back. Okay, let's go ahead and run some benchmarks. We only got Internet Explorer. Let's go and run CCleaner. There you go. It's running 5.11.5408. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade that to the latest version. Alright, now is Internet Explorer. Should open up the new tab page. As you can see, this is I11. If I click on help and then hit about Internet Explorer, it's running Internet Explorer 11. So yeah, suggested sites. You go and just delete that. Yes. Oh wait, this is a website gallery. Or the web slice gallery. Let's restore that. Alright. Next is, yes, this one has OpenOffice. They're probably deciding not to use the Microsoft Office. There you go, it opens up like that. Let's go ahead and go to text document. There are new updates are available. I'm gonna type in hello. Yeah. Let's do like it. Let's do the last year style. Since you never seen this anymore. So you're gonna bold it, italicize it, underline it, and there's no strike through, so that's how I'm gonna have it in OpenOffice Writer. And that's it. Let's go ahead and just discard that. And now, let's go to the hard drive. This is a 500 gig hard drive. Again, it's a Seagate 450 gigabytes because it's being used for the, well, this is the partition, the recovery partition that it will come with when you want to restore your computer to its original specs or the original way that it was before. So yeah, let's go and run some let's go ahead and go to the program. So we're gonna go to control panel and we're gonna click on, if I can find it, programs and features. Here we go, programs and features. There are 40 programs installed, so here the programs are right here. I'm gonna go through each one of these individually. Well, you know what? It's gonna not sit there, so there you go, that was it. So yeah, now it's the graphics. So screen resolution, advanced settings, and as you can see, it is Intel HD graphics, 64 megabytes of dedicated video RAM with only 1,632 megabytes on the system memory, gives us a total of 1,696 megabytes. Man, this camera won't even focus. Yeah. Now I need to pull up much information from HW Info, so let me go ahead and grab my flash drive that has HW Info, and I'll be back. Okay, so I opened up HW Info 64. I did open it up before, but anything, just grab the clip here. But here it is. It is a Intel Pentium J2900, 22 nanometer, 4 cores, 4 threads, Bay Trail D, of course, FC BGA 1170. Cache is right here. You can read the rest. The Intel graphics, you should have Intel HD graphics 4400, 1.74 gigabytes. All of that, and here is the motherboard info. It is a UEFI BIOS, so yeah. Let's go ahead and open up CPU-Z and eject my drive. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up CPU-Z, so I'll be back. Alright, I pulled up CPU-Z. You can see it is an Intel Pentium once again, socket 1170 BGA. I don't know why it says Silvermont. It should be a Bay Trail. And right here, 2 times 1 megabyte, so 2 megabytes of cache? Yeah, I know. If I see like 2 megabytes of cache, I'll say that the Ryan Garrett way. Here are the instructions if you want to read this yourself. You can read this yourself. So let's go ahead and pause the video, so I'll be back. Here are the benchmarking results. We got 102.3 for the processor, single thread, and 408 for the multi-thread. So this is not a bad processor, considering this is a quad-core processor. Here's the graphics. Again, it's the Intel HD graphics 4400, I believe. SPD. It's only one slot, so there's no second slot. So it should go up to 8 gigabytes of RAM. So this is PC3 12800 at 800 megahertz. So yeah. Memory again is DDR3 667 megahertz. It's up to 1333. Here's the Lenovo, and here's the cache. So you should have, again, you can read it yourself. Again, 2 megabytes of cache? Yeah, I know. Alright, I think that's enough. So now let's conclude this computer. So let's get to the conclusion. So in conclusion, is it worth it? Yes, you can actually do anything on these. So yeah. This computer right here is gonna help you save space at your desk. So it can actually save, you can actually reclaim enough space to actually sit there, and you can do anything on these. You can browse the internet, you can watch YouTube, you can edit documents. Heck, you can even do light gaming like FNAF World or games that are built into Windows. So yeah. Also, since it is a Pentium, there are a couple things you can do with a Pentium. Again, basic stuff. So as far as light gaming is concerned, you can actually run games, light games, even Windows 7 games built in with this Pentium. So that is it, folks. So thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button and also the bell icon when we upload new videos or make a live stream. I'm trying to make a live stream, but I haven't done anything with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing live streams. I'm gonna do one last live stream before I go back to school. So this is one of these school specials. If you're gonna do homework and if you're gonna be doing that for like Google Docs or slides or doing some work for school, I don't recommend you do AutoCAD on this because again, this is not a workstation. But if you want to actually do something like that, then I can go ahead and say that you can use this computer to do your homework online, of course. So yeah. So there you go. Please be sure to follow my social media. Follow me on Twitter at RubenUpADCO17 or Instagram at RubenTheTransitFan. So this is the Lenovo ThinkCentre M53 from 2014. So I gotta say, as always, I'll see you next time.